Hello, welcome to the Diaspora platform, the show that seeks to bring people and the world together. You know, the global village is getting global but closer every day. People traveling from east to west, from north to south, for various reasons. I don't know what took you away from Ghana and what brought you back, but this show seeks to bring people together to tell their stories, to share experiences, successes, failures, disappointments, and what have you. So don't go anywhere. I have a special guest in the studio with me, and he's going to share his experiences with us. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Back in a moment. Back in a moment.
You've been gone, it's an empty home. Come on back where you really belong. You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Welcome back to the show. This is the Diaspora platform, and we are bringing people and the world together. I'd like to thank my sponsors this morning. I have the X Water Company. This water is natural, and you can find it in all leading shops in Ghana. And also we have the extra virgin oil from Ava. Ava extra virgin coconut oil. Change your oil, save your life. This is what you need for your home. We have right here the almighty Emerton. Emerton is for your face. It makes you look younger by 15 to 20 years. Yes, that's what I said. Emerton is a facelift in a box. So call us and you can get your Emerton. Emerton says looking old is a choice. I'd like to thank Walter Wood Collections that made my beautiful outfit for me. And Thessa's Brushes, Theresa, she makes my face look all that. So help me and join me to welcome to the studio a fine man that I have known, a privilege to know him. His name is Mr. Kofi Ayim. Kofi Akwaba.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, welcome to the show. It's such a lovely, lovely time to have you here.
Thank you.
Well, you know, you and I have been traveling. You know, we have been back and forth. And for me to get you in Ghana, I think it's amazing because you were a very busy man. Tell us, first of all, let my viewers know a bit about who Kofi Ayim is. When we say Kofi Ayim, who is Kofi Ayim? I like that.
Kofi Ayim is Kofi Ayim, a Ghanaian from Koforidua Fijasi in the eastern region. Left Ghana, the shores of Ghana, in the early 80s.
Oh, wow.
Went around a little bit and eventually settled in the U.S. I've been living there for over 30 years now.
Wow, you're a veteran.
Well, because it's Papa Samu.
Go Kromo. Tell us where you went before you settled in the USA.
Well, I studied in the Soviet Union.
Okay.
The former Soviet Union. And then eventually I was in Europe briefly and then ended up in the United States.
Okay. And did you go by ocean or by air? Because remember those days, there was a lot of stowaways.
Yeah,
so
no. I went by
you went by air to JFK, I suppose.
Yes.
Okay. And so where have you been in the US since you got there?
Well, I mean, living or just visiting?
No, I mean when you landed. What are the steps, the initial steps that you took?
Well, I was in Brooklyn, so maybe you may call me Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, I get a few of those, yes.
I live in Brooklyn for some time, Ocean Avenue.
Okay.
And then went to Bronx.
The almighty Bronx.
Yes, came back to Brooklyn, went to Bronx, and then crossed over the Hudson and stayed in few places in New Jersey till I got a permanent abode.
Yeah. So you are a Jersey man now.
I am a Jersey man.
Yeah. So which one do you prefer, Yorker or Jerseyan?
Either way.
Yeah.
I'll accept.
So did you go And start your family in New York or New Jersey?
I started it in New Jersey.
New Jersey. Yeah, so you've been at it.
Mm.
Yeah, you've been at it.
Yeah.
So, Kofi, I know you are a writer. I've read many of your submissions, and I really admire you for that. Can you tell us a bit of how you ended up into that
Yes,
area?
it's strange because I don't have any background in journalism.
Wow.
No. Actually, I'm a technical person per se. I went to technical school, but I have affinity, I have love for reading. So I read a lot. I did read a lot. And then there was a Ghanaian newspaper in, based in Queens called Ascenta.
Yeah, oh, I remember Santa. Are they
Yes.
still there?
No, Ascenta
Folded up.
folded up. But I was the cultural person. I was writing culture for Ascenta. At that time, the editor in chief was Mr. Oforiano,
Okay.
and the CEO of Dr. George Lamte.
They were all New Yorkers, I
Yes,
suppose. Yeah.
yes. After Amandla folded,
You
there
mean a
was
center?
I'm sorry, a center folded. There was complete vacuum in terms
Yeah.
of news.
Yeah, exactly. For the community.
Yeah, so few of us got together and established Amandla. But Amandla is not a Ghanaian newspaper per se. It's African based.
Okay. Okay.
We cover issues of Africa. And we've been in existence for the past 17 years. And I've been the editor.
Wow.
For the
So
past
there are a
17
few people involved. It's not just.
No, it's not just no.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, our editor in chief has relocated to Ghana. Yes, for the past 4 years or so.
I'd love to meet him.
Yes.
But you have been the face of Amandla since I got to know Amandla.
Well, because he's been doing his own thing in Ghana. He writes from here, though. Of course, technology, we are all the time in communication. He edits, do this, but give us direction and all this. But basically, I've been the face of Amandla, especially in the African American community and an African community.
Oh, wow. Well, Kofi, I'll take a short break. Don't hold your thoughts over there. I'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll hear more about what Amandla is doing in America and what Amandla is doing in Ghana. Yes, back in a moment. Back in a moment.
You've been gone, it's an empty home. Coming back where you really belong. You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Welcome back, viewers. If you just joined us, this is the Diaspora platform. We're bringing people and the world together. And in the studio with me, I have Mr. Kofi Ayim, who has come visiting from the United States, and his story is sweet. Kofi, let's go back to before Amandla started. You have been a leader in the community. And I want to know what your view is about people in the USA where you were, their view about coming to Ghana or even establishing anything in Ghana.
Well, most Ghanaians have plans to come home. Most. From my experience and my chats with people, of course, not all of them will be able to come.
Yeah.
There are few, or maybe some, who have decided not to resettle in Ghana for their own personal reasons, not to resettle. But at least, on the whole, majority of Ghanaians are willing. What might be preventing most of us is the courage, the fear of not succeeding.
The fear of failure.
The fear of failure when you come. Otherwise, people would have moved pots and pans and come settle right away.
I remember the Agege time when 1983. Yeah. You were in Ghana then, right?
No, I wasn't here.
You had left.
I was gone.
Oh God, you left early. That was the farming times when I saw people returning from Nigeria with, in trucks and things like that.
Ghana must go back.
I know. That is when we got the Ghana must go. So you had mentioned when we went on the break that you had your initial studies in
telecommunication
Wow,
engineering.
wow. And why didn't you pursue that?
Well, when I went to the US,
Yes.
I did not initially, I couldn't get the job that I wanted, but I ended working for a rail transportation agency. So I decided to go into for another graduate studies, completely different in
Wow.
transportation,
That is a bold step.
because I was working for a railroad.
Yeah.
So I went for another graduate in transportation, and that is what I used to work. My main work
Your
is
main
in
job.
transportation. Yes.
Wow, in transportation engineering.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Now, were you disappointed, excited, wowed, or how did you find America when you got in? Was it like what you thought or expected it to be, or you were?
Somehow, I mean, in general, I had traveled in Europe, and the structures in Europe were quite different from those in America. And I'm talking about even homes. You don't usually see wooden homes in Europe, but you find them almost everywhere
In
in the
America,
US.
yeah.
So I said, but we used to put goats and chicken in wooden homes, and people, and they were so expensive. And so I wasn't really much shocked. I wasn't very much shocked, but somehow disappointed when it came to job hunting.
Yeah.
That's what got me, because
You thought you just get there and the jobs are waiting,
I thought I had
and you get a free car.
exactly. I thought I had master's degree in telecommunication engineering, so they were going to
Just
plug
jump
me
on you.
Exactly, it didn't happen.
Yeah.
So I had to do a lot of odd jobs.
Yes.
A lot of
Yeah.
menial
All
odd
jobs.
all kinds of jobs.
That you won't do in Ghana.
No, not me. No one would do in Ghana. No.
Isn't that funny that when we
It
go
is.
abroad, we are willing to wipe floors, wash bathrooms, you know, because of the almighty dollar or euro, whatever.
That is number one. But the perception also back home. You are in America, a land of honey and gold, and therefore you must have the money.
Yeah.
And so therefore you have to grab
Everything.
every work that is available to you. Maybe we do, we all did 2 jobs and all this. I wouldn't do it.
I know people do 5 jobs, 5 jobs, 4, 5 jobs.
I did 2 jobs, not 1.5, 2 full-time jobs, 2 8-hour jobs each. Yes.
So how long were you sleeping?
And that is the practical experience of stress.
Wow.
Yes, 2 full-time jobs. So I have 2 complete coverages, health,
So
everything.
your schedule is, let's say, 7 to 3, 7 to 2.
I was working midnight from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Overnight.
Yes, I would take a shower and go to my other job, which was at World Trade Center, number 1 World Trade Center, 82nd floor. I left there some few months
before the
9/11 happened. Yes.
And what time did you report there?
I think I started like 8 or something, and I was drinking coffee like there's no tomorrow.
Oh God!
It wasn't good. Yes.
Your life was on coffee and donuts. Yeah. Dunkin' Donuts was your best friend.
But even now, most people, even with a single job, because currently I have only one, well, not one job, and the newspaper is there, but I start at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I live, where I live?
Yeah.
New Jersey. So I wake up at 4 o'clock.
You wake up at 4?
Yeah, to get there.
And you get your job by 7?
I have to start at 7, so I get there by 6:30 to prepare and all that. And most of the time, the subway will just run my stage now. Yeah. I'll be dozing, sleeping.
Yeah, you pass your drop center.
Yes.
Oh yes. My God.
Yes. Go sleeping.
Yeah,
easy.
So I think people should hear these things. They think the fact that you're able to send $100 down means that, Uncle Kofi is doing well. Uncle Kofi is... You don't sleep.
No, you don't. I mean, I remember one of our senior women came over, and she was very much surprised about how we worked. Seriously, if our attitudes to work in the US or elsewhere in Europe, if we are able to translate that attitude to Ghana or Africa, we could also create America in Africa.
Yeah.
Our attitude to work. Were you ever late on your job?
No, you can't be late.
No. In my job, for example, we have a pass because it's a security sort of job.
Yeah.
So you need a special pass to enter and to swipe in.
Yeah.
Of your our the swiping registers when you
Exactly. You
enter.
clock in.
Yes, exactly. And it's not even tallied or managed by our company. I think it's managed by a different company in Arizona or somewhere in the West. So your boss cannot even help you if you are 15 minutes late.
It's outsourced.
Exactly. So by the time the following week payroll check, you see all those 15 minutes late, 10 minutes late. Either they will take your vacation, or if you knew you did it on time, you can easily even use a sick day when you're not sick. Maybe your personal day. And what I mean is that you can't just go to your boss and say, "Oh, it was snowing." No, because he himself has to
Exactly.
go up, and he has no control.
Yes, he has to clog in too.
Exactly.
Even though he may be on salary.
Yeah, of course, I am on salary. It doesn't matter. And I believe maybe the whole head, yes, you don't have control because you don't know where it's even processed. By the time it comes, all the time that you were late for work or you did not come to work. However, your senior man has some leeway to override the system. They have a special way to override, all legal, the system to at least put in like personal day or sick day,
Okay.
because sick day you have to bring. If you stay home more than 3 days, you have to bring a doctor's note. That is only when you can use a sick day. Otherwise, it could be classified as abuse.
Yeah.
And you
can
could
lose your job.
Yes, disciplined.
Wow.
So it's the attitude, our attitude.
It's the attitude. It's the attitude.
Yes.
Let me take this moment to acknowledge my sponsors one more time. I have on my outfit that I'm wearing is Walter Wood Collections. Walter Wood makes me look so beautiful in my outfits. And Walter is at Awoshi. His number will be on the screen for you. And I like to thank Thesa's brushes for my beautiful looks. Teresa makes my face look so beautiful. I like to thank X Water Company for this wonderful natural water. You can find this in all the shops in Ghana. And we have our Ava Extra Virgin. Extra Virgin is necessary to give you a good health. So extra virgin coconut oil, this is the oil you need for your family. Change your oil, save your life. You can find Ava oil in leading shops in Ghana. And also we have the almighty Emerton. Emerton here is a facelift in a box. You don't need to go for laser surgery anymore, no knife for facelift. This is it right here. If you want to look 15, 20 years younger, it's for both men and women. It's Emerton for you. It's the first time it is in Africa. Get Emerton. Emerton says looking old is a choice. Okay, so back in the studio with me, we have Mr. Kofi Ayim, and Kofi is sharing his story, his life abroad, and it's going to go into how he decided to stay away for so long and what is going to make him come back to Ghana. Kofi, what is going to make Kofi come back to Ghana? The Diaspora platform seeks to inform people and encourage them to come back to Ghana to help us to rebuild Ghana, because Ghana can be built by Ghanaians if we put our heads to it. So tell us, after all the experiences working so hard abroad, at what point will you decide that this is it? This is time for Kofi to come back home or start something in Ghana?
Kofi Ayim has already decided.
Nice.
It's just going to be a matter of time.
Okay.
30 plus years in the US is a lot of time.
It is a lot of time.
And I think
I'm sure that is more than half your age, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yes. And I think there are so many reasons why we need to come back. Some of us to come back and help. The work ethics
Yeah.
that you cultivate, and it's in Europe also, attitudes, the thought patterns of us and processes
Yeah.
of the human life. You cannot sit in your office where I work, for example, and play games on the internet.
Hey, read
Because
papers.
the IT team somewhere knows exactly what you are. And we're over 48,000 workers.
Wow.
Yes. But there are IT tools used.
To monitor.
We have leeway. You can go check your personal emails, briefly, and maybe at lunchtime or
Facebook
break,
and
no social media.
wow.
You can't. You can be on your cell phone briefly. And it's a crossboard. So you don't want to abuse. You cannot. So the work ethics that we cultivate over the years could help. Could help a lot. If our people come home to mingle. And I believe there are so many qualified Ghanaians outside Ghana.
Yes, there are.
And they could be a supplement to our qualified brothers and sisters here for shared experience and common goals and aspirations.
Yeah.
There are so many practical approach to ways. Ghanaians are doing wonderful things.
Yeah.
Wonderful
Yeah.
things. Brilliant Ghanaians.
Yeah.
However, some of us are just not courage but afraid to come because of family, our extended family system.
Demands.
No, don't forget. Not all Ghanaians outside are rich.
Yeah.
Some are just living on edge, but they still have a lot of experiences.
Yeah.
But by living outside for so long and coming to resettle home, maybe they might have been able to put up a structure. The next morning, you see a whole lot of family people coming.
Yeah, a line.
Maybe coming to live with you or coming to ask for money for different reasons. And some of us may not have that, but the respect has been gained because you've been out for so long, and therefore
You're supposed to.
you have to be able to provide at least some of these things. And it's constant.
Yeah.
Some of us go back home, and sometimes, especially those of us with extended family, sometimes we shy away from going around to greet the family because you are just afraid.
Yeah.
That's
a reality on the ground.
It is, because it's a fact. We do it all the time.
Yeah.
Instead of maybe going to your family house straight, you just go round and round and ask people to go look who is there. I mean, they don't have.
Yeah.
And also remember, they are coming to resettle.
Yeah.
Therefore, we must be very careful in readjusting our life. We cannot, because some of our people come and they go back. They couldn't make it, live here. The lifestyle, assimilating back into your former society, your native, as an indigene, is not easy.
No.
There are some things you may not understand. And our people are so intelligent. You take a taxi, the driver looks at you up and down and says, they will tell you right
Johnny, just come.
they will tell, because maybe you might have opened your mouth to say something unconsciously.
Yeah.
Which
Give yourself
is not
away.
A look-up. Exactly.
Give yourself away.
So people, that is one reason. But on the whole, people are really willing to come by hook or crook, and especially in the U.S. with the way things are going on there in the U.S.
Oh God.
And
Britain also with the Brexit issue.
Home is home.
Yeah.
Home is home.
Home sweet home.
Russians have a proverb that is good. It's good to be a guest, but home is always the best.
Can you say that in Russian?
Yes. V gostei хорошо, a doma всегда лучше.
Sedalusha, yes, Sedalusha. Sedalusha. On that note, I'll take a short and quick break and I'll come back with Mr. Kofi Ayim. Don't go away. Back in a moment. Back in a moment.
You've been gone, it's an empty home. Come on back where you really belong. You are always welcome home, welcome home.
Welcome back, viewers. If you just joined us, this is the Diaspora platform, the show that brings people and the world together. I'd like to thank my sponsors, Ava Extra Virgin Coconut Oil, the oil that your family needs. Save your life by changing your oil. Ava is made in Ghana. Yes, it's made in Ghana. I also thank my X-Water company, friends at X-Water company, for providing us with water, and this water is all natural. You can find it in all the leading stores in Ghana. The almighty Emerton right here. Emerton is good for giving you skin that looks 20 years younger. Get Emerton. Emerton says looking old is a choice. I thank Walter Wood Collections for my beautiful outfit and Tesson Brushes for my pretty face. All right, in the studio we still have Mr. Kofi Ayim. Kofi, welcome back to the show. I think we are very happy with the story you were saying about coming back and facing the reality, which is the people that surround you, everyone is looking up to you. So you are expected to have it. Whether you have it or not, you are expected to have it.
Yes.
How do you deal with that?
Well, somehow you have to face it because we are Ghanaians and we have extended family.
Exactly.
You know, you just can't. There are some things that are not easily changed. You just can't change and close your eyes. Okay, I'm from Mabrochire, so therefore I'm not going to pay attention to the poor old lady, or because they feel proud when they see you. And that is when they go deeper to tell you your roots and the blood relationship.
Yes.
Me nana sewa benua yakra ono wo mame.
And now, me nice now, but
That's it.
that if they add that, you know what that means.
So there is pride in them.
Yes.
Also, you know. But the thing is, like I said, most of us will come here not as business people,
But as retirees.
Retirees with a lot of experiences. And there is one category of people who also want to come. And I know this for a fact because our newspaper, Amandla, we deal with them. Our children born outside, at least in the USA, so many of them are finding their roots. As we speak now, my son came here August 30th and he's still here.
Enjoying Ghana.
Yes, August 30th and he is still here. They want to come and do things here. Either there are so many Ghanaian youth, younger men and women who are here now trying to settle
find a place
in their parents' home country.
Yes.
So there are also that category that we must support and pay attention because their challenges are probably more acute than us.
Yes.
Because they may come here initially without being able to speak no even single local language, but they still want to. But they are very enterprising, so they survive.
Yes.
I met my son yesterday by chance at Accra Mall. What are you doing here? So I'm coming to do grocery because we don't live in the same place.
Okay.
You know, and he came by himself. You know, and they are there. And these are young graduates with intellect.
Yes.
And they are still in the workforce.
Yes.
And I think it's our collective responsibility first to prepare them while they are outside, and second, to be embraced completely. You know, when they come, for example, and they start to meet, they start to experience nasty incidents like bribery and give me this before I go. they'll be discouraged and go
Yes,
back
yes.
because they don't have that vocabulary.
Yeah, they're not
You
used
know,
to it.
exactly. We lived in our country before we went out.
So
We
we
are
know.
senior citizens. We know, so we
Me, I'm not a
understand.
senior citizen. No.
but if you tell a young some of our children, the younger ones here, who need something, and you demand to be given money, it is completely foreign to him or her.
Unacceptable.
You
Yeah.
know, and then they come to the parents. I went here and they said I should give this money before and eventually some of them may not be able to. But these are people who are the youth,
Yeah.
who are going to rebuild our country when we are gone.
Yeah.
They got all the education, they got all the experiences, and they are young, so they can be in the workforce. We may come here as maybe as consultants or maybe some appointments, temporary political appointments. But they, when they come, there must be a system in place for them, our youth who want to come back, not us.
Yes.
So at least they may have conduit to where they may lodge even complaints.
Yes. Yes.
With that, they will know that if a bribe is
It's
demanded, I
I'll
know
go.
where to go report.
Yes.
And that will facilitate their interest in staying in Ghana.
Wow.
Because some of them want to come.
Some of them want to come. It's amazing. I just like you're talking about the bribery and corruption. In America, I think that you just need something, you pay for it, you get it. You don't need to know someone there. But the good news is that Ghana is going the digitalized way now. A lot of things will be acquired online or by just going to the website and registering and things like that. So with time,
we'll get there.
Yeah, with time we'll get there.
We will get there eventually. America, how old is America?
Yeah.
And how old is Ghana?
Yeah.
We will get there.
Yes.
But we have to encourage those who want to help.
We have to have a conscious effort. Kofi, do you have a little background in any in religion? What is your religious life like?
I'm a Presbyterian.
A Presbyterian.
Or I go to Presbyterian church.
Oh, okay.
In Evington.
Well, yeah, you were born Presbyterian and you've been a Presbyterian.
No, I wasn't born. Our family religion actually is Methodist.
Okay.
But
Methodist and Presbyterian are twins.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know who is the older of the twins.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But no, I think Presby came to Ghana before Methodist.
Oh, okay.
Don't forget, they were Basel.
Yeah, Basel. My home in Kofiase is the root of Basel in my village.
Okay.
If you come to Kofiase and you want me, go to the Basel mission. My great grandfather started the Basel mission in Kofiase. So I'm also a born Presbyterian. So anyway, we want to bring the fact out that Ghana can change, but Ghana cannot change without you and I. The roles that we play. And I know that you have also written some books, and these books are initiatives that will change minds. Reading changes minds. The words changes minds. The words change minds. So tell us a bit about your books and what your agenda or your objective was when you're writing those books.
My goal was to try to document some of our history and
our
stories
rich culture
that had not been documented. Things of the past. My first book was published in 2011. It's called Jack Cudjoe.
Jack Cudjoe.
Newark's revolutionary soldier and first black businessman.
Where?
In Newark.
Newark.
He was
okay.
Jack Cudjoe was basically captured during the notorious slave trade.
So is it Cudjoe, Ghana Cudjoe that we know, Kudjoe, or?
Yeah, but it was captured with the C.
C.
Yeah.
CU.
Yes.
And he was American.
Jack Cudjoe was an Achim royal.
I see.
Who was captured in a war, and every finger points to 1742 war between Asante and Achim. where Asante were victorious.
I see.
And some of them were captured, and he ended up in the U.S. as a slave. And in fact, during the American Revolutionary War, able-bodied American men were required to bear arms and fight. If you couldn't, you asked your slave to go fight in your stead.
When you die, you die.
Yeah. So Kujo fought for his master Benjamin Cole.
Okay.
And he fought, according to records, he fought in all the major wars with George Washington.
Wow.
Troop, yes. And eventually he got his freedom after the war from his slave master Benjamin Cole. And his master gave him an acre of land at where Newark, the office where Star Ledger used to be.
Really?
Yes.
That's downtown.
Yes, downtown. And he started doing nursing flowers.
Oh, like garden.
Yes, like gardener. And he became a prominent man. He died in 1823. His records were found in the Trinity Church. And Pastor Powell buried him. And the pastor quoted that. And what is so interesting about the book is that after the war, when he got his freedom, Kujo insisted that his name was not Jack. He said his real name was Kujo Bakwante.
Bakwante.
Yes, Bakwante. And if you look in a Khan historical line perspective, Bakwante has been extensively used only by the Achim people, Achim royals. In fact, there was a king called Bakwante in Chebi.
Okay.
Ochihine, there was Ochihine Bakwante. And then there was another king Bakwante at Apeneman. And one of the sources that I used was a New Jersey historian, Atkinson. He wrote his book in 1878. Wow. And Kujo died in 1823. More likely, he was a Newarker like Kujo. More likely, he might have met Kujo.
Yeah.
And he has a quote, which in some means that there was some aura about Kujo that would make you to believe him of his claim of being from a royal family.
Wow.
That was the first book. The second book was published in 2015, and that is called The Akan of Ghana, Aspects of Past and Present Practices. It's not so different from other books about Akan. However, the only difference is that this particular book, it took me 18 years, is able to link the Akan to ancient Egypt. And there is no doubt about it.
Oh, wow.
It was there I found out that there was a pharaoh. There was a pharaoh called Kakeri.
In Egypt?
Yes, ancient pharaohs called Kakeri. There was a pharaoh called Kakai. And according to ancient Egyptian records, he was a very fearful pharaoh. I said, wait a minute. Here, you do Kakai Becho.
Kakai?
Yes. And there were so many of them. What caused us, I don't mean Akan people, Africans, for us not to cherish our history? We could point the finger at the Greek people. When they came to Egypt, the Egyptian names were translated into Greek names. For example, there was common Egyptian name was Asari. But the Asari is what they called Osiris.
Wow.
Yes, they changed the Asari to Osiris. And you know the Trinity, we had a Trinity of Osiris, Isis, and Horus. The first Trinity came from...
You should have been a historian or history teacher.
I'm a technical person. Anyway, so that's the second book. And the person that we used to see...
the Rastafarians.
Yes, they were all being practiced in ancient Egypt. Every child before the age of 12 had the person. And the reason was that they believed the child could die, go and come back. So it was referred to as the coming one. And if you know the meaning of why they do them person, it rhymes. It's exactly the same thing. And so many, there is no two ways about that. And the last one, which I published in this January, was called, the title is The Legendary King Kwesi Akufo for Kuyapem. There was a king in the Kuyapem quite recently, fairly. He was installed in 1896 and died in 1927. So it's not all that long.
Yeah.
I got most of the materials from Schomburg Library.
Hmm.
Newspapers, Gold Coast newspapers, produced by the British and local Ghanaians, you can find them all there. And actually, it was one of the reasons that I came here. I came to Ghana.
Wow, what a story. So where can they find the books? Those who want to find these books to
Yes,
buy.
we will launch them very soon. But all three books are on Amazon.com.
Okay.
Or
So Amazon.com. So the titles again. The first one is
Jack. As a matter of fact, if you go to Amazon.com, your best bet is just type my name, Kofi Ayim.
Yeah.
That's it. And all three books will come.
Kofi Ayim, Ayim.
Yes.
And all the three books will come.
Yes.
Jack Kujo,
Akan of Ghana,
and
the legendary King
Kwesi Akufu. Like our president Akufu.
But with double F.
The double F. And I like the Mpese story. I'm going to look for that and read it. Because now Mpese has become fashion. And people do it. We all do it. We don't know the meaning of it.
Exactly. And it becomes superstitious.
Yeah.
When you believe things.
But that's what the fetishists use. They have this Rasta hair and they put shells.
They used to
have
British coins, hollow British coins.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
They used to put them in. Yes.
Yeah.
They were all practices of ancient Egypt. From even the reason why Akans never used to circumcise.
Yeah.
They were all there. They used to be circumcised, but something came.
So why have the Rastafarians developed that more? So we have Egyptians walking around in Ghana, Ghanaian Egyptians with all pese, and the Rastafarians do the pese also.
Yes, I don't know.
The pese is the
Rastafarian. Yes,
Rastafarian hair.
I don't know how that developed, but of course I know the source of the Rastafarian from Mpala Haile Selassie, but I'm not sure. Maybe they might have taken it from the Bible or something. Yeah. I'm not sure, but at least I'm sure that I know that it was being practiced in ancient Egypt till age 12.
Every child.
Because after age 12 is when you start to become an adult, at least in the definition of ancient Egyptian culture. Wow. There's so many. In fact, there was a town called Mamfe.
In Egypt?
Yes.
Hey!
That Mamfe town, I didn't make a word. Nothing came out of. Mine was just to harness the research. Mamfe is what they used to call Memphis. You see how the Greek...
Memphis in Tennessee?
No, well, some big cities, historical cities I found out in America, got their names from ancient Egyptian towns. Yes.
Okay.
No, there was, when the Greeks came to Egypt, the Mamfe became Memphis.
Oh.
Just like I explained, Asari became Osiris.
Just like in America, you go with Owusu and they start calling you Osus.
Yes,
Osus,
exactly.
And so if you don't correct it, then it becomes a whole different name.
That is why I insist on correct pronunciation. My boss, he used to call me Ames. Ames, can you come in a minute? I sit right across him and I'll be looking at him. I will not stand up to go.
Yeah, because that's not my name.
And then he'll correct himself. Oh, I'm sorry. And he knows I'm a very proud African. I said, John, I can pronounce your name. I can even spell Cappuccini. My name is 4 letters. And you calling me Ames, that's not me.
I'm not coming.
So sometimes when we say, yeah, that proud African and all, I say, yes, I am.
Yeah, you have to teach them. Wow. Well, this has been an exciting education for me personally and for my viewers. And I know that we have got to know where some things came from. We do them and we don't know why we do them. So we're going to round up our show. But can you tell somebody who's listening and contemplating to come to Ghana, what advice would you give to the person?
Come. Mm-hmm. You won't burn it.
Come just as you are.
Just come. I'm coming. Kofi Ayim is coming. You come. Look, apart from everything, there is basically no stress in Ghana. There's plenty of stress, at least in the US. And you know what stress can bring. All sorts of diseases. high blood pressure, diabetes. If even your diet is good, there's so much stress. I don't see stress in Ghana. However, what I found here is frustration.
Yes, that's true.
It is frustration, but not stress.
Yeah.
So come, my brothers and sisters. I went home to my town of Fijase and I met one of our, she used to live in Maryland. She came 6 months ago for good, and the husband is coming next month.
Wow.
Come,
Yeah.
just bring what the experience is to share to our generation. And I'll tell you one thing though, for most of us, if we do not realize, for most of us, the retirement, the pension that we will get in the US would be a challenge. That money that we get could be a challenge to us in the US. But here, especially where you have been able to put up a structure, your
You'll be
pension
peaceful.
will be more than enough to enjoy and share with your people. Come and share your experiences. After all, you are a Ghanaian and you are from
After all, you are a Ghanaian.
Ghana. Ghana is the place to
And
be.
Ghana is the place to be. Wow, that's what Mr. Ayim says. He said he's coming, and so you also come. So on that note, I'm going to say a final thank you to my sponsors. I want to thank X Water Company for providing water and giving us the best water on the market. It's natural water. I thank Ava Extra Virgin Coconut Oil. They are the best. Change your oil, save your life. Everything is facelift in a box, makes you look 15 to 20 years younger. I thank Walter Woods for making my outfit for me and Tessa's brushes for treating my face. I want to say a huge gargantuan thank you to Mr. Kofi Ayim for cutting his schedule to spend time with us. Kofi, we have been educated, informed, and we are grateful. And I know that a lot of my viewers are going to look for your book and all the books to buy on Amazon. Until we see you settled in Ghana, it's thank you and God bless you. And thank you, my viewers. You've been amazing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for calling your family to watch also. And until I see you next time, same network, same time, it's blessings.
You've been gone